Very much, Ashley. Appreciate it. Well,
Thank you.
Teal Drones has just been awarded a big contract with the U.S. Army. Their founder and CEO, George Matus, joins me now. George, you're sending American-made drones to Ukraine. Explain.
Hey, thank you for having me on, David. We have a couple of big announcements today. I'd like to first say that drones in this category can be one of the most impactful technologies during a war. And there's a huge need for drones right now in Ukraine for reconnaissance purposes. But the Chinese DJI drones that have monopolized the industry over the last decade just can't be trusted to be used by allies. They actually have a backdoor that the Russians can use to track any DJI drones in the airspace, which is really dangerous in a situation like this when the Ukrainians use them. So Ukraine obviously needs fully secured drones that are built for defense and cannot be tracked. Teal is one of the only companies in the world that is able to provide that at scale now with its technology, manufacturing, and resources, and I have no doubt that the technology will help save a lot of lives.
Well, George,
so we're moving as fast. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have seen Turkish drones being used by the Ukrainians to attack successfully. A couple of weeks ago, there was one attack on I think we may be seeing it. We may have the video. We'll try to run that. But it attacked an air defense missile system that the Russians were using. And you had not only one explosion, but secondary and tertiary explosions as well. What about the Turkish? What do your drones do that the Turkish drones don't do?
Absolutely. I think there's a few different ways to think about the different categories of drones. That's the larger version. We specialize in the smaller version that's more designed for reconnaissance. And so when you think about a war like this, it's absolutely critical to have situational awareness of what's over the next hill or around the next corner. And that's something that typically has been used and been done by those Chinese DJI drones, which, as I said, just can't be trusted. So we are moving as fast as we can to deploy as many of our drones as we can to Ukraine. And we also have another big announcement today. The U.S. Army just selected and awarded another contract to Teal out of more than 30 companies to develop a next-generation drone to compete for production contracts worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And in parallel, we're going to continue rapidly scaling our current product, the Golden Eagle, for all the immediate needs of America and its allies.
Extraordinary. George, I have a personal question to ask. Forgive me, but how old are you?
I am 24 years old right now.
Wow, 24, and you've got a company that's playing a vital role in this process. Thank you very much for being here, George. Appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you, David.
Well, still ahead, the mayor of Ukraine's second